How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to Starfield. So last time we got to explore a little bit of the updates. We actually had a lot more traffic on that video than we had for most of the other series, most likely because I talked about the update in Starfield, and I think there were enough curious people out there that some of them wandered into our trail. So hello, if you happen to stick around, thank you so much for being here. But for the rest of you who are just kind of like watching through and kind of been through here through the whole series, welcome to my playthrough. It's pretty basic. I'm just kind of going through. If I were to summarize it, I built a character to be basically a scoundrel. I've been doing a subtle role play where I'm just mostly focusing on resolving the issues, assuming the character is of a certain mentality, aka got enough money, I'll probably make whatever needs to happen. So we did all of Ryujin, except for like, I think there's some like post-main storyline stuff that I'm just not going to worry about. Maybe I'll do on my personal time. Now we're doing Crimson Fleet. And then I've decided that once I finish Crimson Fleet, there aren't any other side stories I'm truly that interested in. So after that, we're probably going to just focus down the main story and see where that takes us. So I genuinely think that we're getting towards the tail end of this series. While there's a ton more to explore in the game, my goal isn't to do some kind of full playthrough. It's mostly just a glance and look at like the game itself. I'm enjoying the game. It has a lot of things that I'm disappointed in. Someone even expressed in last episode that the loading screens are still like tiresome and frustrating, and it's sad because I cut out a lot of the loading screens during the playthroughs. Like I only keep in a few if I have something interesting to say or if something interesting is happening around that time. Like when I'm sneaking through the installation, I keep most of those saves and most of those moves, but there's still a lot of cut out. So yeah, not great in a lot of ways, but I still believe there's hope. I think that the game's moving in a positive direction. I just don't know if it has enough hype to make Bethesda care enough about it to make it continue, which is really sad because I do feel like there's a good formula here, and I think that the modding community could potentially do something wonderful with this game if they managed to actually, you know, make it easy to mod, which is so funny because like it's weird how Bethesda, like the games like Skyrim survived off the modding community, and they seem to recognize that. They attempted to monetize that, but it also kind of showcases how they want the control, despite the fact that the part that they control, the game, comes out broken and needs patches and fixes and updates by the community to make it feel really truly playable, and that's really sad. So if Bethesda can get their heads out their own butts, they might actually figure out that, oh, if we want to make the games this way, the way we have, we need to start with the game easy accessible for modders. We need to make it so it's functionally easy to, you know, grab by the bones and shake around and fix up. If they're gonna make the community fix it, they need to make it easier to do, and they need to stop trying to monetize it from the back end, or trying to send out big updates that break the game, adding features that were added by mods like a decade ago. You know, I'm starting to sound bitter. It's because I kind of am, but anyway. So today, we're gonna go, there's a module I want to add to the Sunrider, which is my personal ship, that I just got, which is supposed to be able to make it so we can find the comm spike. I'm gonna go ahead and slap that onto my ship, so I'll go do that at my main base, and then we're gonna go back and report to the Vigilance, the UC, and continue for the next mission. So yeah, should be a lot of exciting stuff to do. Let's jump right into it, and yeah, like I'm probably just gonna add the module to the ship, so unless it's something of interest, it'll just be on the ship, even if I don't like highlight it. And then yeah, we'll probably catch back up when I go to report to the big good guys that I'm totally gonna betray if I get the chance. I really hope they let me. I'll be so disappointed if it stays so linear that I literally can't make that choice. Like, it feels like such a no-brainer to allow me to do that. Okay, so turned out I had to be on the key to upgrade it. So I left, found that out, and came back. So I added it. Let's see. So you can't see it over here on this wing is the comm spike, and then I also added some like blockers, so if I have shielded cargo, I can actually, I think I've got it past the point of 100% where I can literally, I shouldn't have to worry about like getting scanned anymore for contraband, which is awesome because that'll make things a lot easier. All right, Barrett. I think you said you had something to talk about?
Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sarah, too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over, and you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of her, I would feel at peace knowing that she made it.
I wonder if I weighed the other choice, if Sarah would have lived and he would have died. That would have been interesting. It's impossible to consider the what ifs.
I know, but I can't help it. I don't know if you're ready to talk, or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm at peace with my decision.
I'm not sure that I am, but maybe in time that will change.
I'm just relieved we didn't lose more people. That's really true, actually. Like, you guys are great.
Of course. Could have been so much worse. We are all Constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it.
That's true.
The galaxy is
Very
littered
true.
with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now.
It's true. All of these, like, how did you go on after Irvin died?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, none of these really make sense except for the top one, which is just the basic answer, but okay. We all knew death was a risk when we joined Constellation.
Still doesn't make it easier for anybody, even you. But you did what you had to do. We all know that. Sarah was our leader. She was a light in Aja's eye, and she kept everything together. She would tell you right now that this was not your fault. She would want us to focus and solve this problem together.
You're right, we need to focus on the real issue, the hunter.
Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together, and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
All right. Now, there is a mission for her, memorial service. So 5 days. So we're gonna keep playing missions until then, but obviously I'm gonna go to that when I get the chance. All right, that's good. I do like how ships like the Vigilance and the other, like the ship that's got all the colonists on it, they jump around and move, which is kind of cool. It keeps things from being too static. Because they're ships, they should be able to move. Hey, Commander.
I'm not worried about the fleet taking the comm spike.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process.
It was more fun that way, not killing anybody. How's Mast reacting to the whole thing?
As you probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular mission has proven exceptionally difficult. But we've managed to keep your involvement in the dark.
Yeah, jumping on that ship and flying away with it.
Soldiers on SY-920 has definitely made our position with the top brass much easier.
Infiltrating the station without getting caught was quite tricky. It was really fun, though. It was genuinely one of the best infiltration missions. We've had several, and that was the best one so far.
But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a SysDef operative.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report.
Let's see. What do you mean time is short?
With the acquisition of the comm spike, the fleet is one step closer to Kryx's legacy. And the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by discussing the status of the comm spike.
Yeah? No, Tagada's Jasmine Durand working on the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes.
I already have it on my
So
ship.
what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem?
He believes the the Generdyne's conduction grid to Neon is the key.
The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake.
So, before we jump into that, the way this technology sounds like it would work. So, having a kind of a blanket that catches lightning essentially makes a polarized net that just makes it so that lightning can more effectively make a pathway towards the surface of the water. Pretty easy to do, especially on a planet that's mostly ocean, and there's nothing else sticking out but the city. But then, more so, you make it attractive, and it's going to get struck all the time on a planet that's got a lot of activity. Harnessing that energy makes a lot of sense. How you would adapt that to the EM wave is a little tougher, but the idea is you would essentially be making a bubble of ionized energy, because the EM waves, essentially, it's light waves, charged electromagnetic waves that can disrupt electronic gear. Essentially, it's a constant EMP. So what we'd be doing...
proceed with your report.
Shush. Essentially what we're doing is we're making an active Faraday cage for a spaceship, which would be very odd because normally that would mean you'd be blinding yourself to everything outside of you. But if you could adapt the tech correctly, you might be able to make an effective Faraday cage without actually cutting yourself off. Because you'd need both. If you want to be able to fly around, not crashing into stuff, and actually being able to find a signal amongst all that insanity, you'd have to make a Faraday cage that isn't a Faraday cage. So, very interesting. Alright, let's see. Well, if that means I'm getting a pay increase.
I'll see what I can do. You've certainly gone above and beyond the
Oh
call
yeah,
of duty.
absolutely.
All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
What, me? Of course I'd be careful.
What can I do for you?
Do I have anything for you?
Commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made. Going undercover.
Nope.
We'll be here if you need us.
Got nothing else, so let's go. Absolute Power. That's a cool name for a mission. Howdy, buddy.
You looking to get zoned?
In a way. I'm looking for you.
Yeah? Well, if I had a credit for every time I heard that line, I wouldn't be stuck working in this place. So, I'm guessing you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously.
Okay. I am getting tired of people calling me Rook, but who said no one's taking you seriously?
Come on, give me a break. You're not exactly a top dog over there at the key, now are you? Sending me a rook to handle a job this risky is a goddamn insult.
I'm getting pretty tired of being called a Rook.
And I'm getting tired of the fleet not taking me seriously. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
Right. I don't know why oh, I'm probably hungry. I forgot eating's a thing again. Cry me a river.
That's the way it's gonna be, huh? Fine. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly.
Okay. Sounds easy enough.
Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system.
Oh, this is just
It's a
Ryujin.
simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it.
Let's see. I'm always interested in making a little extra money.
Well, well, look at you. You're smarter than I thought. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access.
Makes
Here,
sense.
Take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own.
I assume I'll be facing some serious security.
Oh no. Are you scared, little rabbit? Well, don't worry. I've got you covered.
Uh-huh.
Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there.
Oh, social
I
engineering.
recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place.
Perfect. I have some pull-out Ryujin if it helps.
Ryujin Cloud doesn't mean shit at Generdyne. So you're gonna have to deal with Komiko and potentially her boyfriend, Benjamin
Ah, okay.
Anyway,
There we go.
You can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astro Lounge so we can celebrate.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. Sounds good. So locate evidence about her. Yeah, that sounds
Watch your
good.
step. Benjamin Bayou has eyes everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does.
Try a velocity yet?
So what's my stats? I'm hungry and I'm about to run out of hydration as well. So let's get that taken care of.
Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut it down a year ago.
A tour would have been nice.
Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire tour staff too.
Oh, sounds like they're doing great.
Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got a ton of problems and no time to deal with them all. I'm afraid that things aren't going terribly well around here.
You don't mind talking about it, I'm willing to listen.
I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get this off my chest.
It's the most easy social
Production
engineering.
grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division.
The conduction grid is Generdyne's only product.
No, of course not. We still produce smaller power systems and backup generators, but nothing even close to the magnitude of the conduction grid. Generdyne needs to come out with something spectacular to put us back on the map. If not, we'll remain stagnant forever, or worse.
Sounds like you need a new person in charge of R&D.
You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division.
Ah.
I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic
Oh,
technology.
I hate how that happens. Management always sucks that they always put people who are just managers who have no idea what they're actually managing. It's such a terrible idea, yet it happens every single time. How did it get the job in the first place?
Isn't it obvious? Administrator Bayou clearly leaned on Ms. Komiko to get his brother hired. It's nepotism in action.
Surely there are other scientists working at Brayson's side.
Of course there are. But so far, Brayson has suppressed most of their work through pure jealousy.
Oh, great. Ugh.
I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance.
Okay.
I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do?
If you're worried about the company, send a report to Administrator Bayou. I mean, it sucks because he's probably going to lose his job because nepotism is so strong, but it's either that or wallow in misery until you inevitably get fired because the company goes under.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Brayson to run this company into the ground. Hey, look, thanks for helping me out with this. It's been on my mind for a long time.
Yeah, no
If
worries.
there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Ayumi Komiko?
As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble, ask away.
You suspect she's involved in anything illegal?
Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this.
Oh, I'm not. I can manipulate here. What's the harm if you tell me?
I'd like to tell you. I really would.
I know there's a way for us to get past this.
I'd like to think so.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm still willing to talk. Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou.
Yeah?
He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you.
Ooh!
Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay?
I never even talked to you before. Let's see. That's all I wanted to ask for now.
Sure, no problem.
Let's see.
Thanks for taking the time to talk.
It's clear why they don't have conductors in every major city. They only work in a place that has like a really high...
Liking that laser gun? Pew pew.
What? Okay.
No time to chat.
Hey you. Komiko. How you doing?
Yeah. What do you want?
You work for Generine, right?
Before you continue, let me save you some time. If you're having a problem with your POW or complain about your rates, you need to contact our customer service department. Anything else?
I need a way into the Generine power facility.
You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that.
Okay, Sarah. Tell me where this evidence of your scheme with Bayou ends up on the SSNN.
How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it.
So will you. Considering if I get caught, you go down with me. Let's see. Good thing there's not much love for how things are progressing at Gyrodine.
If you had to work with Brayson Bayou, you'd understand. The man is still a totally incompetent fool, and he's running our company into the ground. The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayou's brother. So I can't fire him. I can't reassign him. I can't even yell at him.
That sucks.
It's like having a cut on your body, and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. Except in our case, we're hemorrhaging money.
Makes sense.
If you get caught in Generine, that's on you.
Oh, trust me.
Good luck.
I won't get caught. Unless the game spasses out again and just gets me caught for no good reason, and then I get to reload my save and jaw to the fabric of the universe. Underbelly time. Oh yeah, we've been down here before. It's just in a different direction now. This is where they have the really cool fish. Alright, let's get this going. There's a lot of people in here. Okay, so far so good. It really does seem like that side door is essentially a hack that just makes it so much easier. Oh, that is a robot though. That is trouble. If I can find a computer, shut that thing down. Technician Wayans computer. Report. A second attempt to adapt the conduction grid technology to a spaceship shield array has failed. There are two main issues. First, the experimental grid draws power from the reactor, which is the opposite of what we want. For this to be a success, the grid needs to become fully self-sustaining when exposed to EM damage. Second, the insulating circuits were utilized in the neon grids are far too bulky to install on a shipborne module. My only choice at this point is to deal with the issue one at a time, and resources down here are quite limited. To Chief Technician Bayou's advice continues to prove worthless. After months of trial and error, I've discovered that alloy may provide the perfect balance of conductivity and insulation that's required for the experiment to succeed. The problem is the alloy consists of rare metals we don't have on hand. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, but Chief Technician Bayou insists he has a better ideas in the works and refuses to pay for the raw materials I need. I don't understand how he can be so blind. Does he want the company to fail? After halting the installation solution, I turned my attention to the power drain issue. Using the lab's EM emitter, I subjected GDY-027's grid to a wide array of impact simulation. From my observations, the grid remains self-sufficient for a short period of time, but reaches a fall-off point where it needs to draw power from the ship's reactor. Interestingly, the mysterious fall-off point seems to coincide with a temperature spike in the lateral array. Since the array was set up in the lab to simulate simulation is outdated, I put in a request to purchase a new one from the Stroudland. My hope is that the updated array will not suffer from the same issue. Alright, this will be the last entry for the GDY-027 grid. I have hit a solid wall in experiments and can't progress beyond this point. My knowledge of astronautics and ship systems is decent, but the experiment to be successful, we need people with a high degree of expertise in those fields. Every request that I've made to that extent has been denied or ignored. I'm therefore terminating the experiment until another technician wishes to take over, or Chief Technician Bayou resigns, and we'll get someone who actually knows what they're doing in this place. Paints a pretty clear picture. There we go. It comes down here. Aha, here we go. Deactivate units. Oh, wow. Look at that. Woo. Huh. I could have dropped down here and used my back, but this works fine. Alright. Download conduction power grid. Or in conduction grid plans are highly classified. Safety precautions are encoded with a 512-bit holomatrix encryption. If decryption is required, please obtain the cipher from Chief Technician Brayson Bayou in our section. Current powder core maximum, yellow, orange. Conduction grid is an electromagnetic absorption system utilizing the shroud of suspended suspended above Neon's lightning conduction array. When lightning discharge is created between the array and the troposphere, the energy is dispersed evenly across the system's receptors and then is transported via conductive conduits into a processing facility where it passes through a series of pylophastic capacitors and reciprocators. I don't think that's a word I've ever said right, so this ensures that this incoming energy is equalized from its original positive and negative state. Once the energy is cleaned, it gets stored in power storage cells located in the power core of the facility. Alright, now I need to get it decrypted. What? Oh. Well, guess I better get the pressure on. I like how he just lets me walk around in here. Howdy doody.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here.
Oh?
If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt.
There has to be a catch.
No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him.
Oh. Who's your brother? There's something between you and your brother. It isn't my problem.
Look, I'm giving you what you want. Least you can do is hear me out.
Okay.
You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother. Like I wouldn't eventually find out.
Okay, so this guy literally gets like a premier job because his brother like essentially talks him into a job he has no qualifications for. This probably pays fantastically. And he's so grateful, he literally wants to stab his brother in the back. How do you know how he talks about you behind your back?
One advantage to being perceived as stupid is that no one takes you seriously. When I walk into a party, I'm instantly the resident social pariah. But my eyes and ears are wide open. I can't tell you the number of times I've overheard that my brother has spread amusing anecdotes about his stupid brother.
You should take him out.
Murder my own brother. Are you crazy? Just because I hate how he treats me, it doesn't mean I want him dead. I want him to suffer. Like I have.
And I wasn't saying that. I was saying take him.
I'm sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same.
Absolutely. So, how'd you end up working here?
As usual, you can thank my dear brother for that. At first, he made me deputy administrator. That went well, until I wouldn't cooperate with Owen Dexler and all of his thugs at Neon Security.
Right.
Then he had me work with Valentina over at Xenofresh, helping with Aurora distribution, until she pinned a credit skimming scam on me.
Right.
Now, here I am, chief technician at Generdyne, when I don't even know the first thing about electrical engineering.
Yeah. So why are you at such odds with each other?
Because he's a two-faced son of a bitch, that's why.
Fair.
It's not like I should be surprised. When we were younger,
It still seems like he's trying to take care of you, though.
I mean, he's 11 years older than I am. We had 2 different mothers. Might as well have been from 2 separate families.
Must have been tough.
That's an understatement. I never knew my actual mother. She was my father's mistress. And I was told she vanished from Neon when I was only 2 years old. Ben's mother, she didn't give a crap about me. Wouldn't even let me call her mom. I just had to call her Liliana.
That sucks.
Imagine. And then there's Dad. So buried in the day-to-day operations of Neon, he didn't have time to pay attention to his bastard son.
I am sorry. That does suck.
Yeah. Everyone's sorry. Just as sorry as I am. Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do. And it's nice to get this off my chest, but talking about it isn't going to change a thing.
All right.
That's why I gave you the encryption cipher. Anything I can do to stick it to Ben, that's the real therapy.
All right.
Thanks again for the talk. It really helped.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem at all. Like, so I imagine we threaten him, he just bolts. And I guess he's probably gonna leave as it is. And I can just leave it using it as well. Sweet. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Penthouse, you say? Oh, I imagine if you gun your way through, he retreats to the penthouse and you have to get access to it. Okay. And like you go and you kill him there. Straight to here. Straight. I like how we come out right to the Astral Lounge. That's hilarious.
Ah, there you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss.
How you doing, buddy?
It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Genodyne's systems.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. Please, don't insult my
Oh,
intelligence.
not your intelligence, it's your proof.
You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted.
Let's see. Cutting a deal with the fleet would be cheaper than paying to remove the virus.
Probably. But do you want to know why that's not going to happen? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts. How to get the deal done with finesse.
I don't know. I think I just pulled a pretty
For
finesseful
your
job.
kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business.
Ironically, we've met before. Ryujin, sound familiar? Your methods are no different than ours.
It may seem that way, but for every rival I've had thrown into the ocean, I've made 2 times as many legitimate deals. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer.
Okay.
All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
Is it me? It was his brother. Perhaps we can come to a financial arrangement instead.
My dear friend, you couldn't possibly offer me enough money to offset the embarrassment that this has caused. I'm afraid you'll just have to reveal your source.
Well, it was me.
Really? That's the story you're going with. Very well. There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder.
I see.
I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head. So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
Absolutely. See you later. Have fun with your little party house. How much you want to bet he's just having me followed so he can figure out who actually did it? If I talk, if she's
I'm not gonna say this twice.
If she's not dead, I'm gonna be like, you gotta leave, you gotta get out of here.
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah, it's not great.
Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless.
I handled this. What happened at the Astral Lounge?
Well, I was hoping we'd celebrate your return with some drinks and a pile of Aurora. I was about to start partying early when Boone Morgan tipped me off that Bayou was on his way down with some Neon Security goons. I'm pretty sure I missed him by less than a minute. Left a ton of good stuff behind, damn it.
I handled the situation.
So I've heard. Throwing yourself under the bus like that. Ouch. You are one crazy son of a bitch.
I've got what I needed, but I'm sorry you didn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty much dead in the water at this point. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Genodyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back.
When I get back to the key, I'll put in a word for Delgado.
That's pretty cool of you to offer, but I know what he's gonna say.
Sorry, Estelle. This is your team. You're on your own.
Believe me, he's not gonna be much help. Look,
Probably.
I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data on the grid.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
I am so
really
rich
do.
it doesn't matter.
Having each other's back is what makes the fleet stronger, you know? How much are you willing to part with?
20, 40, 9,000.
Wow, that's way more than I expected. I had no idea you'd be so generous. All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. I've still got his back.
Yeah.
And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you're one of us now. Lifeblood of the fleet.
Well, that's
if anyone
something.
tries to tell you otherwise, you send them to talk to me.
Oh, sure, sure. What's next for you, Estelle?
I hear things are heating up back at the Key, so I might fire up my bird and head over to check things out. Rumor has it that Delgado has some solid info on the Kryx's legacy story he's been hawking for the last few years.
Yeah.
If there's even a chance that it's true, I want to be there when Shinya Voss starts splitting the loot, if you catch my meaning.
Gotcha. Did Benjamin Bayou completely ruin your plans to use the virus?
Completely ruined? Nah. I was hoping it would stay on Generdyne's mainframe for the long term, but hey, at least it's already fed me a huge amount of data.
Good.
Kryx really knows what he's doing, though he charged me about 6 months worth of earnings. With any luck, I'll be able to recoup my costs in no time.
All right. Well.
Just watch your ass. Benny isn't exactly going to be tickled that you've been talking to his brother.
Oh yeah, no, he's not thrilled. Well, this was an expensive mission.
Love a jam.
But I like to think that by giving her the money and taking the fall, I've invested in a future ally. And I had the money, so it's fine. See ya, lasers. Now, I'll have to go to a terminal when I get back to the Key and just make sure I don't have a bounty on my head anymore. I'd be kind of sad if they didn't follow through and actually give you a bounty you have to take care of. But, yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell with this game. Heyo.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible.
Oh, great. So an ogre cooked a potato in the microwave?
Oh, that's hilarious. You're a real comedian, you know that?
Uh-huh.
Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!
Yes, ma'am. Let's do this. All right, Delgado, what's the
And you are
crap?
sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
Cool.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
I hear.
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
Yeah, Jazz is pretty awesome.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the Key.
Okay.
When we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Kryx's legacy home.
Oh, is this maybe to stop us from getting the Kryx? How do you know SysDef is massing an attack?
I have a very reliable source at Mast.
Oh, okay.
They were so concerned that the threat was real, they actually jumped the information out to us right away.
Ooh. I'd rather stay here and fight.
No. I need you to stay the course and bring that money back to the fleet. Lay it out, Jazz.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Key's databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
Got it.
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the Legacy, and bring us the cash.
There's gotta be a catch.
Of course there's a catch. What, you thought this would be easy?
After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault.
Okay.
Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted.
Right.
Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption. So bring it back here right away.
Of course I'll bring it here. I'm not a traitor.
Are you kidding? Everyone around here is a traitor. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself.
Fair.
Now get moving.
Alright. What's your biggest worry?
The toughest nut to crack is if UC SysDef brings in the Vigilance. That Commander Ikande has himself a hell of a ship there. Advanced shield tech, bristling with weapons. I would love to see that thing burn. If we hope to stand a chance against it, we need those defensive batteries. And Kryx's legacy.
I wish I could help. Like, what if I could get on board and sabotage the ship? That'd be really nice. Is there more to Kryx's legacy than just the money?
The Crimson Fleet isn't really a fleet. It's an ideal. A principle that Kryx sought to set up so that pirates didn't infight over scraps. Over time, that notion has been lost. Captains have been turning their backs on the fleet, doing jobs on the side, killing each other. Bringing Kryx's legacy back to the fleet would be like validating everything Jasper Kryx believed in. And I'm certain it would unify us once again. Of course, it wouldn't exactly hurt to have all that extra money at our disposal. But I think you catch my meaning.
I getcha. Okay. I think we're good then.
Get moving before it's too late.
Gotcha.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast.
Alright, let's see. Let's get helping with the ship.
Not a problem. Conduction grid data is all set up in the system, so should...
Alright, let's do it.
Sounds like fun.
Now to go to the Vigilance, and we see if we can, I'm guessing we're gonna confirm what we've been hearing. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Getting real spicy. I think we're gonna finish the Crimson Fleet today. Alright, let's see. So where are we going? Where's the Vigilance? Oh, it is close. Yeah, that's not great. That's pretty, oh my gosh, it's actually here. Sagan, we were here before.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange a briefing. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Where have you been?
Busy doing my job.
You mean your latest excursion to Neon? I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Kryx's legacy.
Exactly.
Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key.
Not sure attacking is the best course of action.
That's the only course of action. There's no scenario here where the fleet will be allowed to continue. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly
you about to threaten me too, huh?
The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Kryx system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever.
So, no pressure then?
Hey, don't worry about it. You've come this far. We know you've got what it takes to bring the prize home.
Well said, Lieutenant. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Kryx's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck.
Oh yeah. What happened after I bring it to SysDef?
During the end of the Nerion War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers. Even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are to some extent, the credits still rightfully belong to their people.
I see.
After the money is turned over to Mast, I'm certain arrangements will be made to return the money to the proper authorities in Aquila City.
I'm sure. No indication of all the corruption up until this point that I've been witnessing within your Mast system. Not at all. Alright.
It's time to dig deep and get the job done.
Yes, sir. I will totally wink. See you later. Wink.
Another perfect jump. Just like
Oh. Alright, so we're already in a storm. Dang, that's cool. Alright, so let's take a look at this real quick. So this is Bannock 4. So we're already here. Are we taking damage? This could be a really cool place for the fleet to land, because if we have the only technology to survive in here, like at least for a while, it'd be a great place to have a base. There's the Legacy. It won't let me, but it'd be kind of cool if I could, like, take the Legacy, like, capture it and make it my own ship, because it looks pretty cool. Or maybe we could, like, retroactively refit it and make it like the flagship of the Crimson Fleet.
Seals are locked and we are docked.
Now, there's no way people are gonna be alive here. Like, they were stuck here for ages. It's gonna be the robots that are gonna be the problem.
Warning, an emergency.
Alright, dock status. Unknown, okay.
Down is in effect.
So my psychic ability is gonna be useless here, because anything's gonna be here, it's gonna be robots. Which is scary, because level 50 robot sounds like terrible. No food, no water. So I'm guessing they got stuck here and the staff survived for a while. But all their resources must have run out. There was never any hope of someone coming back to save them. Yeah, so far, I'm a little nervous. I'm seeing lots of dead robots, but I'm not seeing any, like, human bodies. That's disturbing. I definitely hear something. This will be one of the first times I'm probably gonna have to fight stuff. Oh, hello. Drink Constellation, need water. Like, he had all the meds. And he's like, probably took his own life. He literally had all the meds. Dang. That's one human. Tools by the door. Maybe someone trying to break in. Oh, here's some more people. Good amount of people. Playing cards. Oh.
Crew recording initiated. It's day 20 since supplies dried up.
Oh man.
And here I am, staring at an empty poker table. Our last game. After Simmons passed, we kept trying to get together at least once a day for a game. To keep our minds off of things. Kellner and Leong were the next ones to, step away. They wanted to be together at the end. Then it was
Dang.
just Mayfield. We played for hours. Now I'm alone. I just wanted to, leave this recording for anyone that finds the legacy trapped above Bannock 4. That's all. For now. Going to deal myself a few hands and call it a day. I miss you, Trembly.
Aww.
And I'll be joining you soon. GB Legacy. Signing off. Crew recording terminated.
Dang, that's grim. Alright, let's see what we got in the captain's computer. Reevaluations. Ostralt, engineer. He's a valued member of the crew, knowledge of the ship's maintenance boards and encyclopedic. He has the capability to work and think under pressure, which has saved the Legacy on numerous occasions. Even as a valued member of the crew, I must log concern regarding his alcohol abuse issues when off duty. Osterholtz is often found in the mess area in a mild state of inebriation. Though it hasn't jeopardized the crew or the ship, a lodged a formal complaint remains a potential problem that should be monitored. Mayfield. Ship's medic. Crewman Mayfield is exemplary medic and an asset to the Legacy. He's friendly and approachable, discreet, though he informs me of an injury or symptom could affect the crew as a whole. He works well under pressure, does an excellent job monitoring the physical and mental health of the crew. I'd like to recommend that Crewman Mayfield be promoted to the Legacy's first mate to replace the vacancy left by Obadiah Mears, who was killed in last year's pirate attack. I will file the paperwork when we get to our home port. Aguilar. Ship crewman. Crewman Aguilar is a remarkable member of the Legacy's crew. She's one of the toughest and bravest long haulers I've had the pleasure of flying with. She has an uncanny knack for quickly handling any problem or situation that is placed in her path. Only issue I can see with Aguilar is her short temper. Some of the more abrasive members of the crew often get under her skin, which has triggered arguments and minor altercations. If she could conquer this issue, I'd gladly recommend her for a command training program once her initial tour is complete. Kellner. Crewman Kellner is a valued member of the crew. He does his job as expected, follows orders promptly, and is dependable under pressure. Though his specialty on the ship's defensive systems, I've seen him jump into other roles without complaint. Overall, he gets along with everyone. I'm pleased to have him aboard. That being said, I'd like to formally report I have engaged in a consensual relationship with Crewman Kellner. I realize this jeopardizes my position as captain of the Legacy, and I will face whatever disciplinary action the administration feels is necessary, since this could have had an effect on both our careers. I'd like to request that Crewman Kellner be transferred when our current assignment is complete. Aww. That sucks, but it makes sense. Bakara. Crewman Bakara is a problematic member of the crew. Though he performs his role as expected, is combative, insolent, and often challenges my commands in front of the crew. Though I'm aware I'm not a military vessel, I still expect a certain amount of decorum from everyone under my command. Crewman Bakara is a detriment to the Legacy and its crew. I'd like to request he be transferred to another location with the company after our current mission. And Simmons. Crewman Simmons is undergoing her one-year trainee evaluation. So far, she's shown ample aptitude for all the assignments she's been given, though her task load is light. She often finds herself second-guessing her own work, which in turn results in extended duty time. I've repeatedly reminded her that she needs to have more self-confidence regarding her duties, and I'm hoping she'll take that advice to heart. I'll transmit my final evaluation with the Personnel Division when we arrive at home port. Now that's them. Alright, transportation, cargo credits, cred tank load. Classified. Hereby ordered to proceed directly to your delivery location coordinates. You will be met by the receiver, Redacted, who will be provide Alpha Cipher clearance and confirmation. Once clearance is confirmed, data transmission may begin. Under no circumstances are you to deviate from your plotted course without authorization from your escort craft. So, I wonder if they meant to come here or not, because the fact that they found the storm kind of seems like the otherwise. Oh, running on empty. That'll be good to see in a second.
Crew recording initiated. Alright, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we stretch things out and cut our rations in half, I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
Dang.
How do I do it, Kellner? How do I tell everyone we're all going to die?
You don't have to. Everyone knows. They're all making peace with it. Bakara and Osterholt knew. They simply chose to handle it by giving up early and taking their own lives.
Look at all that money down there. Millions of credits. Completely worthless. With all of that, I could buy another ship. Fly us all out of here. I wonder if Galbank will even bother to send word to my family. To any of our families.
Captain, listen. You're not at fault for what happened. Those ships came out of nowhere. The fact that we've lived this long is a gift. A miracle.
Which means we should enjoy every second of the time that remains.
Right.
Right, Crewman Kellner?
My thoughts exactly, Captain.
Oh my gosh.
Come closer.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I need you to hold me. Crew recording terminated.
Good. I was worried. And then I'm gonna find them together. Yeah. Final Embrace. A Greater End, Volume 3. Locate a transfer module. Okay. Oh, well, handy dandy right here, huh? Drunk himself down and then took it out.
Vault access approved. Please stand clear of the doors.
Yeah, it has a skull and crossbones over these things, so if they were up and active, it seems like it would be just insta-death. Access the cred tank. That's that right there, I'm guessing. Now, the hidden stuff is wiggling, like there's something that's trying to detect me. Okay. Another big song and dance. Does it like trigger something? Like maybe that activates a fight? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. That thing is big. Okay. Thought I had permission. I swear. I swear. I take one step. The whole place lights up. Oh my gosh. Might be literally in this case though.
Yes, unable. Repair not possible.
That's a lot of red on my map now. Whew. The aesthetic is terrifying here. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a lot here. So first, let's get the important stuff out of the way. Okay, maintenance issues. Ship engineer, grav drift navigation. Captain lodged the jumps were off by a few thousand kilometers. Discovered that one of the drive coils were misfired. 2 ticks off the polarity access drive coil LR07. Replaced for existing storage. Request for a new coil, please. Oh, so they jumped to the Bannock system like they're supposed to, but they jumped way off course into the storm, where they weren't planning to do that. Exterior running light failure. Ventral position 06. Not emitting pings. Replace for existing storage. Replace for new light placed. Rotten egg smell reported to be emitting from the interior ventilation system. Did a sniff trace found one of the interior sewage lines had fractured and was leaking into the vent shaft. Did a quick spot weld and some heat pipe wrapping should hold. Interesting. Oh, safe code. Hiding my stuff. People don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. They're constantly taking my stuff. Steal my stuff away in the engineering room. And the control room safe code is KO. Everything. Issue is everything. Grav drive destroyed, propulsion offline, weapons offline, multiple hull breaches, too much to list. Captain wants me to log everything separately, but I'll be damned if I'm going to bother. None. Attack wrecked this bird. We're finished. That sucks. So they got attacked. They did like a wild jump trying to get away before they got blown to pieces and jumped here. Vault door computer. Open the door, please. And let's not set off another alarm if we can help it. Wow, look at all those. I got all these crates. I didn't even see him. Oh, fetch! It's a dog! Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Oh boy. Got my heart a pounding there. Not done yet. I'll fetch. I'll fetch. Bad time to reload. Bad time to reload. Oof. Oh, that was a meaty turret. Alright. Here we are. Jasper Kryx. He actually showed up here. That's interesting. So he managed to find it. Huh.
Crew recording initiated.
Well, now, let's see.
That's funny.
Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks?
So he tried to take it himself.
Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins.
Wow.
What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity.
Oh.
Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house. All that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless. This is a nightmare. Worst kind of prison imaginable.
Amazing.
I back in New Atlantis, running with the Scar. Start my life over again. But enough dreaming. I've got to face the inevitable. This is where I'm spending my final days. Hopefully, someone with at least half a brain will follow in my footsteps and bring the score home to the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah.
If anyone finds this message, tell Issa that I don't blame her for what she's done.
He's like, I probably would have done it in your shoes.
Tell her to keep the fleet strong.
Crew recording terminated.
Yeah, you betcha, man. I was kind of hoping I'd get like special armor or something, but it looks like I might get a gun. We have the 2 keys. Okay, so I'm gonna take the gun. Revenant, legendary. All right, so really high fire rate, extended mag, long barrel compensating. Okay, well, let's give this one a go. How am I doing on weight? Okay, still doing okay. Oh, okay, that's one of these. Oh, and then this one.
Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch!
Okay, so this is a before.
Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online.
So he designed a prototype shield.
Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. And she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
So he was hoping she'd show up.
Terminated.
That's unfortunate. Well, unfortunately.
Warning, power reserves insufficient for requested action.
Okay, so I need to get power restored. This is probably gonna light up the Hornet's nest real quick. There we go. Download.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
Oh, look at that. And you can see it draining from all the chests. Beautiful.
Currency transfer complete.
All right. Oh.
System failure imminent.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Do I have to run now? Oh, fetch me.
Multiple hull breaches detected. Structural integrity failing. Immediate evacuation recommended.
Can I... Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Where am I going? Ow. 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 So much smoke. Ah. Ow. Oh my gosh. I can't run anymore. Thank you for your help, robot, but I've really gotta go. Oh my gosh, this is freaking nuts! Please don't die! I got so far! Oh no. Oh, it's so cool though. It's really cool. Oh crap. Crap, I went to a dead end. Oh, a hallway collapse. That's why I didn't recognize that. Fetch me. Fetch. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Undock. Undock. Your choice to jump destination will determine your final allegiance, either UCS Def or the Crimson Fleet. Okay. Undock. Oh, it's literally exploding. Oh, that's so cool. Get away. Wow. Whew. That's freaking cool. Now, excuse me. I need to medicate before we leave, because I got severely burned and poisoned. Alright, okay, it looks like it automatically fixed that. So it was just temporary things. Okay, okay. I can live with that. Little, almost disappointing. Oh, decorate, that's cool. I'll have to do that later. Alright, well. Now we get out of here, and now we know. Where does our allegiance lie? Systems defense or pirates? Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Hey everyone, guess what I got? That was cool. That was an insane ending. That was really cool.
What a ride! Switching grav drive to normal propulsion.
Take them out!
That was a great shot at their grav drive. Nice! That ruined their shield. Target's grav drive is down. Target's grav drive is down. So sorry,
Take that,
folks.
you bastards! You are not setting one goddamn foot in here!
Oh yeah.
Quit in circles and get your ass aboard. We need to talk. Now.
Absolutely, Delgado. I got a story for you. I also imagine I'm gonna have quite the bounty after this. But that's okay. Crimson Fleet all the way. Howdy doody.
All right, don't stand there looking stupid. Everything's going to hell and Delgado needs you in operations.
All right. Has the key taken any damage?
Not yet, but hey, if you stand here long enough, maybe we can just wait and see if their next attack wave does a better job.
Looks like they decided to show up, that's all.
Oh yeah? You think? Ikande's throwing everything he's got at us, but we're planning on pushing his sorry ass all the way back to Jemison.
Good.
That is unless you want to keep standing here talking while the Vigilance puts its crosshairs on us.
I do want to see if we can end up taking that thing down. That's a pretty cool alarm. Very thrummy. Instead of the high-pitched alarm, it's the very, like, shake your bones kind.
I don't know if you've heard, but SysDef's decided to pay us a little visit.
Hey, guess what, Delgado?
Is that it? That is Kryx's legacy?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mio. I can't believe it's right here. Jazz, fire up the analyzer. Can you confirm?
It's true. You were right all along, Del.
Oh yeah.
You know, there were moments, doubts. I almost stopped believing it was real, that I was chasing ghosts.
You kind of were.
But then came that day on Subarov, and everything changed. And now, here it is. Kryx's legacy. Our future. Of that, there can be no doubt.
Oh yeah. With good financial planning, we could secure the fleet's future for generations.
I get what you're saying, but we're not gonna be bankers. These funds will.
Oh yeah, but you could still be clever with it.
Boots on the ground.
You can still be clever.
Now, only one thing stands in our way. The Vigilance.
Speaking of which...
Speak of the devil. Jazz, what is the situation?
Looks like Ikande is starting to move.
Typical SysDef. The sharks are so bloodthirsty, they won't even give us time to bask in the moment.
It's all good. No need to worry. I already wiped out SysDef's first wave.
I saw that. Hell of a job. But this is just the beginning. Those first few SysDef ships were only scouts, trying to confuse us and probe our defenses.
Which means they're playing it smart. They're gonna try to take out our defensive batteries before bringing in their big guns.
The batteries are the only thing we have with enough electromagnetic firepower to punch through the Vigilance's hardened shielding.
Gotcha.
We lose those batteries, we lose everything.
Alright, but my ship has let's see. Sounds like SysDef's getting desperate.
Well, of course they are. They know we have the prize. But they still have the Vigilance, and that makes them dangerous. Jazz, lay the plan out for us.
Okay.
We're gonna hold the fort here while you hop back into your bird and head for those defensive batteries. For optimal firing coverage, we're keeping them far from the key and each other. So you'll have to jump to each one individually.
Gotcha.
You see any SysDef ships get within pissing distance of the batteries, you take them out. In the meantime, we'll secure Kryx's legacy here and have Shinya begin cracking the encryption right away.
Alright. You better be here when I get back.
This isn't some kind of trick, and I don't play around. I could have killed you the moment you stepped onto my station and taken that data core out of your dead hands.
Fair enough.
Receiving a cut of those credits is the only thing that is convincing the fleet's captains that it's worth risking their own lives to defend the key.
Hey, if it's any help, you can count on one hell of a party when you get back.
You know what? I'll take it.
Jazz.
I'll take that.
Once the batteries are online, we will start our attack of the Vigilance. We'll tear apart the shields, board the ship, and bring Ikande to his knees.
Oh, if we capture that ship, that sounds good. Works for me.
Then you have your orders. Oh, and one last thing before you go. In preparation for the attack, Ikande arrested some of our people. While you're aboard the Vigilance, you might want to spring them from the brig.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. If you have any questions, now's the time. Otherwise, good luck.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. I actually think this might be where we end things for today. But I gotta get away from that alarm. And that's where we're going to end things for today. We've made our pitch. We're sticking with the pirates. Crimson Fleet for life. The SysDef didn't have a chance, and now we get to spend the next episode taking down the Vigilance, which will be exciting. But that's enough excitement for today, I think. We got a lot of cool stuff done. We went and found out what Kryx's legacy was all about. Really sad story, really well engaging like world building for that, and a mad rush out of a crumbling... It was like an Indiana Jones scene, but with like poisonous gas that was really intense. I loved it. But my stomach was like being wrung like a sponge. It was beautiful. That was really cool. I'm very, very happy with how that played out. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me, especially to the patrons and members who support the channel so aggressively. It means the world to me. And everyone who's watching this series, especially because it's definitely on the downside. But I really appreciate it. It means the world to me that you're spending your time here for even a little bit. Hope you enjoyed that episode. And hopefully you're ready to take down the vigilance with me next week. Thank you so much. And until next video watching me, I've seen me next. I'll see you there.